Okay, so the last time I played Age of Empires 2 was like 2 years ago. We were playing the HD edition in the first two episodes, and on the day we were playing the second episode, the definitive edition had just come out, and I didn't find out with enough notice to get it downloaded in time for that stream. So we got very close to the end of the tutorial, which is the William Wallace campaign. And I was trying to figure out, okay, so what do I do about the definitive edition? Do I try to pick up where I left off in the HD version from 2013, finish the tutorial, and then switch to definitive? And I looked it up, and then we were so close to finishing the tutorial. All that we had to do was basically march William Wallace's reinforcements to the enemy, and we would have just won. So rather than spend the time trying to get used to the 2013 controls and graphics, I'm just going to jump directly into the definitive edition. Now, it has been 2 years since I played this last. I did my best to watch the VOD. Watching the VOD was enough to give me the RTS anxiety shakes. So instead, I tried to just read a text summary of what I should have learned in the first couple tutorial missions. But as in the previous episode, the backseating policy is completely suspended. Please, literally just tell me what to do, because these games continue to terrify me, and I am probably going to be really bad at it. But I'm going to do my best, and I'm excited to see how things are different in the definitive edition here. So let's boot it up. I think what little we played of the HD version, it seems like it's a bit more friendly than like Warcraft or StarCraft, which is most of my RTS experience right now. I also haven't tested the volume on this, so it might be a little loud. I'll turn it down a hair here and we'll see. So people like this specific entry in the franchise so much that it's gotten remade twice. That's kind of impressive, actually. I definitely wanted to switch to this one because the previous one, we had to significantly downgrade the resolution just for the game to be visible, and this is already way more legible on a modern screen here. So if I just do single player, now actually I guess before I do this, under learn to play, I think the HD version only had the William Wallace campaign, which we basically completed last episode. It did not have this advanced techniques tutorial, and maybe this will help me to know what the hell I'm doing. Uncover the strategic wisdom of Sun Tzu and practice your Age of Empire 2 skills in a series of short challenges. And each challenge will strive to earn a medal and prove your worth to your friends and enemies. See, that makes that sound hard. Like, challenge mission doesn't sound like tutorial. So maybe we should just try the campaign. Real-life historical events. African campaigns. Historical battles. Are any of these considered to be, easier than the other ones? Age of Empires 2 is almost as popular among kids as Pac-Man? The challenge missions are a limited scope and tell you the exact strategy. If there's no particular reason to pick one of these over another one, if it's just flavor and what literal battle you're doing, then I'll just pick one. Star Trek movies, only the even ones are good. Wait, these aren't the base campaigns? Single player campaigns. Trying not to scream. How do I know which ones are advanced? This map's actually got a really quiet soundtrack. I'm going to turn the game up a little bit. I don't know if it gets louder in game. Barbarossa, Joan of Arc, Genghis Khan, and Saladin. Is Barbarossa intended to be the first one? Since there are 30 plus campaigns in all the expansions, they got split into continents, but not ordered in like ascending order of difficulty. In the will of one man forge an empire. It's hard to rate them in difficulty. All right, let's try Saladin. AI difficulty, standard, data mod, an Arabian Knight. Oh, is there a sword count next to them? That would be nice if that's what that means. Yeah, I see 1, 2, and 3. Good call. Barbarossa has fewer. Let's try Barbarossa then, if we think that's what that means.
So, you have come to hear the tale of Frederick Barbarossa, huh? Better order us another round. Maybe 3. You see, it is a great tale. But then again, everything about the man was great. Barbarossa was a man of great appetites.
So they redid the voice acting for these. The William Wallace one was different.
Question, huh? The question you want to know is, was that enough?
They also got rid of the kilts from the Scottish warriors because that was because Braveheart had come out around the time the game was originally released, even though it was not historically accurate.
Only a gaggle of quarreling city-states.
Thanks, Viper.
Dubiously loyal princedoms were more interested in a loose confederation than a unified empire. But Barbarossa, he believed that he was the emperor by the will of God, and he intended to bring the Holy Roman Empire back to its former glory. If that meant crushing all of the German princes, well, so be it.
Yeah, I ended up finding the website, like the official website for the game has like a tutorial page, and it's clearly something that someone in the project management team made them do because there's like no information on there. It would make sense to someone who's already played Age of Empires a lot, I guess, but then they wouldn't be going to that tutorial page. So I was joking in Discord that I might be the only person who has ever actually gone to that page looking for info. Capture and garrison in your monasteries 4 of the 6 relics from the surrounding German duchies. Okay, so I got this from watching the episode 2 VOD. You need monks to get relics, right? And then you have to bring them back to your monastery. Hints. Barbarossa has access to all Imperial Age technologies. No. Does that mean he eventually has access to all Imperial Age technologies, or he starts with it? I thought that in previous levels you would like you would start at a low technology and then advance through it as you move down the tech tree. Because Barbarossa faces so many enemies, it would be wise to dispose of 1 or 2 early before they become a real threat. Take care to have a monk nearby. You can tell if an enemy monastery has a relic garrison inside. Scouts report. Barbarossa's duchy is surrounded on all sides by hostile duchies. To the southeast is Austria. They don't pose a threat. Bavarians. Oh man. The William Wallace campaign was so simple. Like I literally was only ever up against the English every single map. So this feels like baptism by fire. I'm gonna try. Let me turn the game speed down. Is that even a thing I can do? Oh, I don't even know if that's a thing I can do. Oh, God, okay. So, all right. I have villagers, right? And I can have them gather gather berries. They can eventually make farms. Is that right? I need some of them to mine. I left notes that I'm supposed to go, like, scout with my cavalry, right? Conquer Austria. Good food. These berries will run out eventually, right? I won't get rushed because I start with the castle. And I just select a villager in order to get them started building farms, basically. Great villager. I need food and houses are population, which are like supply depots in StarCraft, right? And then food is a separate thing that I need. Being attacked by wild animals. Who's being attacked by wild animals? I hit space to like see who's causing that. Seems bad. Bohemians are my enemy. They're just scouting and that's fine? I did buildings and I did farm. Then it's one villager per farm was one of the notes that I left for myself, is that right? There is an idle villager button here somewhere, but I think they moved it maybe? In the... Is it generally correct to like tap out all the berries before I start making farms? Does that particularly matter? I think I'm gonna have a heart attack. It's gonna be fine, just breathe. It's next to the population count, which is up here. Okay, thank you. Guess I need someone to chop trees, right? When I hear people say stuff like this game was as popular as Pac-Man, I'm like... I guess if you played a ton of these games, then you could play any RTS and just pick it up and know what to do and not be terrified of it. See under the resources how many people you have gathering each one. Oh, that's nice. So the 6 reflects all kinds of food, I guess, or does it not discriminate between what kinds of food you can have?
Yeah. Halva.
Main competitor is AoE 4. Food is food. Alright, so population, houses increases population, and then what is the relationship between food and villagers? Is it like, do I have to be getting one food per time step per living character or something? Jesus. Took care of it apparently. Oh, it's not an upkeep cost. I think the end of the last mission that I did had me build one of these castles, and the castle automatically shoots arrows at people who come near, so it's like a turret. And that doesn't cost me anything. Teutonic Knights. Research Ironclad. It's 400 wood. Will I eventually chop down all the forests? Turret on steroids. Are there general rules in Age of Empires as to the proportion of villagers you should assign to multiple tasks? The tutorial pretty much just told you, now put 3 people here and 2 people here. But should I have most people on food early and then like 2, 3? Like, I have limited resources, but the likelihood of running out of them is nearly non-existent. Okay. those are siege weapons specifically. Now, okay, so it's only highlighting things that I could realistically eventually get. I do want to try to research stuff. Research hand carts. Work more efficiently. Move 10% faster and carry more resources. And that seems like a pretty important upgrade. That requires 300 food to get.
Bereit. Tuacha.
You're being attacked by 5 Lorraine. Am I? Okay, so this game has special buildings that they can bring resources to instead of having to carry it all the way there, you're saying? I'm about to hit the house cap, I think. Blacksmith, mining camp, market, lumber camp. So is that like too close? Is that going to box them in, or are they going to be okay? The entire game with just your computer mouse. If you're confident using a computer, commanding your empire comes quickly. Yeah. So they'll bring both gold and ore to a mining camp? Yeah, it looks like it.
Hey, ja? Halva. Heise? Tuacha.
Getting the resource drop-off buildings also let me research technologies that...
Hey, ja?
Mill is used to deposit food. Global queue. Gotta start building houses soon, I guess.
Bereit.
I can basically just do that anywhere, right? I like how each of the villagers gets a different tool to indicate what they're working on. That's pretty neat. So, like, how safe am I to just sit here and turtle and calmly build up my technology, or is the clock ticking and am I gonna get overwhelmed in 45 minutes? Do my buildings try to repair themselves over time? Combat isn't quite as frenetic. Okay. I can tell villagers to repair buildings. Okay. So I don't get a barracks by default here, I guess, via having a castle. I should have just went ahead and got that hand cart. Oh well. Looks like some of the gathering people will try to load balance automatically-ish, maybe? Because I didn't have her assigned to this farm earlier, but maybe she decided to do it once they ran out of berries, I guess. I'd already be dead if I tried the hardest difficulty. My heart rate doesn't go up from playing this genre, but my general stress level is at its maximum that it ever is playing video games on stream. I don't know how y'all do it. like Simon from Cracking the Cryptic says that StarCraft 2 is one of his favorite games, and I'm like, how do you not have your heart explode out of your body when you play StarCraft? Maybe it's because they're playing in multiplayer or something.
Ja.
You have an expectation of what the course of a game looks like. I'm gonna start making more farms here soon. So it looks like multiple of them are working on the same berry bush. Is that true? I thought it was that you could only have one villager per farm, but does that just deplete the berries faster or something?
Heise, Dwacha. Ja, Rete.
It's hard to imagine. So you think like not streaming it
Das ich soll.
is the key factor, maybe?
Ouvert.
I love the animations in this definitive edition. This is gorgeous. This looks so really, really good. I love that you can kind of tell what all the villagers are doing at a glance based on what they have equipped. They do a really good job of making everything stand out against the background, or if you have buildings stacked in this way, you get that little like outline to see what everything is. Yeah, exactly, Spiky. That's what makes me go, okay, something's wrong with me. My brain is broken. Everyone understands RTS games and isn't terrified by them. Farm.
Ouvert.
Now they'll start, like, harvesting the farm that they build immediately, right?
Hey, ja. Ouvert. Ja. Ouvert. Heise. Ouvert.
I don't know how much food is too much food. I have no idea. I guess I'll send them to help with ore now. So all the berries are gone.
Bereid. Halva. Heise. Halva.
They get assigned to whatever they build if it's available. What's this glowing thing around my town center? Town patrol. Increases the line of sight of all buildings so they see enemies from a longer distance. I remember the bell thing. Improve your civilization. Should I always try to advance to the highest age possible as soon as possible? Looks like I could get that relatively quickly. You can queue farms being rebuilt from the mill. Can I just, like, say to do that all the time? If I have sufficient wood for it? Definitive Edition added a button. Heavy plow. I really, really like the flavor of the upgrades, the tech upgrades at the buildings, like the hand cart, the heavy plow. They do a good job. Mine stone 15% faster. I feel like I need more villagers. I feel like I need millions of villagers. Oh, Jesus Christ. Can I save? Hold on. It is auto-saving. Can I tell it to, like, make auto-saves every 2 minutes and save all of them? That would be wonderful. I should be building walls. I'm not building walls.
Bereid.
Hold on. Options. Auto save somewhere. might not be any. It might just be that there's a save in a previous save. What's the proper way to build walls? Is it just... Can I screw up and build them in such a way that now I can't expand easily anymore?
Geboren. Holzer. Hey, ja?
Shit.
Heise?
I'm expecting it to be B.
Hey, ja?
QE, I guess, for houses.
Ouvert.
When I delete them, I forfeit the stone that went into building them. So, like, walls here, walls here, walls here, walls here? Maybe not here because the river's in the way. Some military buildings. Oh. So I need to have a bunch of people working on this at the same time, right?
Ja, Räte.
Can I, like, say that I want there to be a bunch of walls and then say to villagers, hey, go help with these walls where possible?
Heise?
But wait, that's not the right thing. It's an outpost.
Ouvert. Hey, ja?
W.
Ouvert.
And drag the wall with my mouse. That creates a longer path, so one of them will just work on it instead of me having to micro a bunch of them like this. Okay, thank you.
Holzer. Hey, ja? Holzer.
The last thing they did is build. They'll automatically help build nearby. Okay.
Räte. Hauber.
I'm gonna run out of stone in that quarry soon.
Heise?
I should go cut down this tree, I guess. Oh, I didn't finish building that. Fuck. There's gotta be an intended first campaign that you do after the tutorial, because this is like 10 times more complicated than the final mission of the William Wallace campaign. Like, it's fine, I'm sure I can figure it out eventually, but it seemed like the William Wallace one was like, okay, this is how you move units. You did it! Alright, this is how you chop down a tree. You did it! And then you do that step by step by step, and it's like, alright, motherfucker. And then they just, like, push you off the cliff. That's the biggest part of it, absolutely, Spiky, yeah. If I died immediately, if just, like, there was a computer unit that existed to punish me when I was behind on economy and just showed up and murdered me instantly when I was not building walls or something, that would help. That would go a long way. Thank you for the click drag tip. That makes a lot of sense. Did she cut down this tree successfully? Can you help cut it down faster? Fucking hell. Can I have friendly fire for my catapults? Like, oh man, the catapult animation is really cool. Units can walk on shallow water.
Bereitet? Dies war, dass ich soll.
Okay. So, will the computer accidentally kill a bunch of my own units stupidly, or does it try to not shoot if it's gonna hit allies? 3 slots depleted. Okay. But I'm
Yeah.
sitting on 3
Hey, ja?
idle villagers. At least there's an idle villager button.
Holzer.
Are there other technologies I should be doing right now? Probably never kill a bunch, so it's not gonna be like Warcraft 1 where the catapult just nukes all of my units suddenly. You want to get this heavy plow. That pre-spends the wood to tell it to reseed the farm, right? Before they actually go ahead and... So like the action won't come up and it won't be like, oh, you don't have enough resources to do this, and then cancel it. StarCraft would do that to me a lot, and that would get me in trouble. Oh, they're just switching to wood because that tree is dead. Okay.
Hey, ja?
Um,
Hoe wäre?
Probably need to do a better job of building this wall down here because they can just fit through there, right? Blacksmith and University. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Can I like press this to make everyone run away? Yes, but then I have to reassign all of them, right? Oh, they're setting my fields on fire. Cool. So do the villagers like try to defend themselves when they're in... How could I have stopped these archers from showing up like this? And can my walls be defenses themselves? Pressing the bell again will assign them what they were doing. Oh my god, that's so nice. That's like so the opposite of every Blizzard game I've played so far. Oh, they can hide in the castle too. Okay. Or towers like turrets, basically. Probably be easier to figure out where I'm putting these walls once I finish. Will my catapult trying to attack an enemy unit hurt my buildings as well? How do I go about making my walls complete? Do they have to all connect to each other? I thought if we just made choke points that would at least be productive. Jesus Christ. I'm super dead. This is because of the mistake I made minutes ago, isn't it? Of not having this all ready to go. Oh shit, what am I doing? Click on the bell. You can build guard towers and put archer units next to the walls. So, I don't have wall vision to see where my mistakes are here. So should this wall have connected to this wall, and this wall gone all the way to the river, and then that gone all the way here, and then this gone all the way here, and I needed to like have cleared all of these forests first? Or should I have built them much closer in? Build a second castle to the west. Fuck. The trees also act as walls? Okay, that's what I thought at first.
Dies war Zerstürme. Streetet. Ja.
I'm really sorry, folks. I'm really bad at this genre.
Ja.
I feel like I've gotten better after a couple hundred hours of a combination of Warcraft 1, Warcraft 2, StarCraft, and a couple other random games on Subblock, but I'm sure you're all watching and just screaming. I like the way their health smoothly goes down when they're taking damage. Like, the animations in this Definitive Edition are gorgeous. Big fan. Alright, so you're saying I might want to build another castle? Like, up here, where people keep showing up? Top left, I could have gone forest to river and been fine.
Ja.
Like here to here? Oh, they build on part of the water, I guess? Looks like it. And this needs to go from above this tree the rest of the way to the top of the river, I guess. Oh, it's just that there's a tile of water that I can or should build on. Now this is a problem because they can just walk through here and just go straight around the wall, I guess.
Ja.
What's with all these villagers back here that aren't doing anything? I don't know what they were assigned to before.
Heise?
Oh, maybe they were working on stone before and then stopped?
Rete. Ouvert.
Ja.
Oh, I can just, like, draw like this? That's much easier. And is it just gonna try to build that as closely as it can and not really care about places where... Maybe I don't want it to be like that. It'll just skip any tiles that were red along that path,
Yeah.
right?
Ouvert.
Oh, I ran out of stone quarries. I still have stone resources from the quarries. Okay. That guy snuck in because I didn't have a wall completed, I guess.
Heise.
Can I heal damaged units, or are they're just damaged forever? Is my worker gonna get stuck on the outside of this wall? Monks can heal. I feel like those archers from the castle never hit anybody. They always get out of the way, unless if they, like, are failing to learn from the lessons of Prometheus, walking straight at or straight away from. Text to improve arrow accuracy. What building would confer those? Strengthen castles, research sappers, military buildings work 33% faster. Castles have +3 range. Garrisoned infantry fire arrows. That sounds pretty good. That means more arrows, right? If I put my infantry in there. Archery range. I feel really, like, claustrophobic right now. Like I've built poorly. I don't know if everything's actually fine and I'm stressing out for no reason. Ballistics at the university. Stable. So the university is not
Boevere.
When you need to expand, add more walls. Like, build a second layer of walls and then build an expansion out here in this area, maybe? I'm worried about not having any more stone. I feel like I'm gonna run out, but I also don't see any in the area that I scouted. I see plenty of gold in every direction.
Hey, ja, das war.
Alright, so this guy's stuck now. Can he make a gate then? Castle gate.
Boevere.
That just turns the existing wall. Is that like set up so that my units will be able to pass through it automatically, but enemies will not, or do I have to like tend to it to make sure that it's closed?
Boevere.
Build a market to exchange a resource for another, so that if I run out of stone but I have a wealth of trees that I can get stone via trees. Okay, that's cool. I see why people like this game over other RTS games. The focus is definitely pretty different. Like, I always found the economy and building stuff to be more compelling than the combat in the first place. Elite skirmisher. So this one just makes archers, right? I guess I can start making some. Oh, I need more houses. Fuck.
Heise, bereid.
Oh my god, I have so many
Geboren.
idle.
Ja,
Just one thing at a time. Let's build some more farms in the areas that we've cleared.
Ja. Boevere.
hey, ja.
Gate works automatically. Oh, thank god. Okay. Wait, so I want a gate, not a palisade gate, right?
Ouvert.
Just a strictly better gate, I guess.
Ja. Boevere. Bereid. Heise. Holzer.
Okay, so it was open because he was standing in the way of it a second ago.
Boevere.
In farms, they don't block movement for anyone, right? People can just walk over the farms when they're delivering wood or whatever.
Ja. Boevere.
Dark Age of wooden walls, okay.
Heise,
I need houses. Oh, I just don't have any room for stuff.
ja.
Do E for houses. Maybe I can send somebody down to chop down part of this forest down here so I have some more room to build out.
Ouvert. Bereid. Holzer.
Bereid. Rete.
Get rid of that bush, please. Hold shift to build multiple buildings of the same type. Like to draw them like I was doing with the walls, you mean? Oh no. Oh no.
Ja. Rete.
Where are my regular...
Bereid.
these guys?
This was es. Ja.
And the monk just heals over time, that doesn't cost any resources to do, or is that spending gold or something?
Heise, dass ich soll. Holzer. Bereid. Das war. Ja. Holzer. Holzer. Hey, ja. Holzer. Holzer.
I'll put this, please.
Ja. Holzer. Holzer.
Monk has mana.
Heise, dass ich soll. Dies war. Dass ich soll.
I think if I could feel 100% certain that the mistakes I've already made in this map haven't doomed me to lose, I could see this being pretty fun, actually, like just trying to take your time to clear out the forests and make your town. I think part of the stress of these games, in addition to the time to death problem of making a mistake and then having it punish me like hours later, sometimes literally hours later, the other thing is like not knowing when I can win, because I could sit here and just have a jolly old time clearing out the forest and making a nice big town and, you know, just building buildings and expanding and having fun, and then it's like, oh shit, an hour or 2 hours ago I could have just gone and like won the map and then started the next map. Has there ever been an RTS that's just a persistent town like this? Like, you just keep expanding and expanding and expanding? I guess that's basically what Factorio is, isn't it? Maybe that's why Factorio didn't, like, cause my brain to short circuit as badly. Okay, so they come and they try to attack the walls. Like, I feel actively stressed out by the fact that, like, it's actually kind of enjoyable to just chill out down here and clear out these forests and expand my town, knowing that I'm going to pass a threshold at some point where I have the resources to just go rush and win, and the time spent playing around on this map is time not spent beating the next map, right? Which is where I think, like, if you play these games multiplayer, that the stress and constant pressure of multiplayer, that the computer, well, there is no computer, that your opponent is going to be rushing you constantly, sets a harsh time limit as to how much you can build and how much you can turtle before you get destroyed. Oh my god. Holy shit. I don't know if I can stop this. Can I have a worker come try to fix this building? I didn't even know this could happen. I mean, I guess I should have assumed it could happen, but... Stack up. Oh no.
Sestroma. Ja. Streetet. Ja. Sestroma. Streetet. Sasa.
Hit the unit cap with high quality units. So I advanced to the Imperial Age. What does that change? Did that just give me new technologies on all of my existing buildings? Or is it new buildings that I have to do first?
Sestroma. Dies war, dass ich soll.
Squires. Upgrade to pikemen, upgrade to longsword. This means that every unit that I have of those types gets upgraded. Elite skirmisher. So we're like crossbowmen and elite skirmishers from the Imperial Age, then? Elite Teutonic Knights. Villagers cause extra damage. Spies. Reveal all enemy units and buildings by showing their line of sight. Oh, that's kind of an interesting... So that's like if you have a glut of gold, you can save yourself a ton of time. Does that work better the earlier you use it or something? Guard tower. Arrow slits. Fortified wall. Siege engineers. Chemistry. Ballistics. Ballistics was the one we were going for, right? Masonry just is an instant, it's applied to everything that I've already built. Yeah, that makes sense. I appreciate that that exists. I never got around to doing the plow thing, fuck. I never did that either. God. I'm so bad. What's up with the crop rotation? But you must rebuild them? Like... What causes them to require rebuild? Like they didn't previously need to be rebuilt? Yeah. Yeah, let me just like try to hedge my panic so far and say that I can see the value in this one a bit more if I had the understanding that would come with, you know, dozens of hours of playing Age of Empires 2 to know when I'm strong enough to start pushing for victory. Compared to something like StarCraft, where I can't even begin to imagine a hypothetical person like enjoying the single-player campaign of that and not just being stressed out all the time. So this is good. The Definitive Edition has added a lot of really nice stuff in terms of like the UI looking clean and it being easy for me to tell what everything is. Like I had to turn on the cartoon mod in StarCraft to be able to even like distinguish units appropriately, and I don't have that problem here even though it's not particularly cartoony. I know I'm just standing around doing nothing and talking, and that's like the worst mistake I could be making, but for my sanity I have to stop a little bit. Skirmishers, ranged anti-archer. Is there like a known... What's a good army size to do anything? Are we talking like 5 guys? 100 guys? I have to build more houses. I'm trying to cut down these trees to make space to do that.
Heise, Rete. Ouvert.
I was fine for an early game raid, but this is not the early game, right? Being attacked. Where? How? It's fine. Is it the stables that makes cavalry then? Yeah, see, I think if the behavior of the computer was helpful in determining what I should be doing, I would feel a little bit more confident. But so far, I don't know if the computer's behaving that way because of the map level. Like, that's where I keep coming back and saying, I wonder if in multiplayer, like, you get a kind of a uniform enemy aggression. So you just know that, oh, they're always coming at me with 2 groups of 8 guys. That must be the number of units that's relevant, right? Versus like Warcraft 1, where they would send the equivalent of like 6 armies at you because the computer was able to do that. You want siege units, so I need to make more catapults, trebuchets. Okay, so it's kind of like a siege tank in StarCraft. It has to be packed to move, unpacked to attack. How many of those? 2? Oh, I'm out of gold. I'm about to be out of gold.
Hey, ja?
Do I need to leave an open area here for units to generate, or can I like really densely pack houses? Trebuchet are good anti-building. Catapults are good anti-infantry. I think this is probably good, but I don't see, like, that's almost all my gold, isn't it? I guess I'll do 2 trebuchets. For no particular reason, just it's a number. Do I have a quick way to select all units that aren't villagers? Or select all of a unit type? Units need 1 space to move through.
Ja. Ouvert.
Will double click select them only within my current view, or will it select them across the whole map?
Ja, heiße. Ja, dies war heiße, dass ich soll.
Ja, ja, das ich soll.
On the screen. Control Shift Plus selects all military units. Oh my goodness, thank you.
Rete.
Oh, Control Shift period. Is that like a thing that I have to turn on maybe? Hold on.
Bereite.
Oh, Shift period does it. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me add that to my text file. That's... Holy crap. Is there not a unit selection limit in this game? So much of the time in like StarCraft, I just want to select all of my fighting guys. And I have to like sit there and turn them all into different like control groups and then like cycle through the control groups. Control, Shift, period. Apparently accidentally made some kind of weird map movement thing by accident.
Bereite.
Bereite.
It's just Shift, comma. Shift, comma. While nothing is selected, equals select all military. So, I probably should have built a blacksmith a while ago and done a bunch of tech upgrades, right? I may have already been misspending that I
Das ich soll.
don't have that happening right now. Wait, is a blacksmith technically a non-military? I guess that makes sense. They can do other things. In a market, I guess.
Ouvert. Bereite. Ouvert.
So I have a bunch of extra wood, which I guess I can try to convert into gold and stuff. Is the exchange for different resources static, or is that different based on
Holzer. Holzer.
like who's on the map? Like you're not trading with actual other teams on the map, right? I assume. I'm just making guys here. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Gets worse the more you trade. Okay. So it's just based on my trading, not on anybody else. Blacksmith. Infantry and cavalry have +1 attack. Oh yeah, this would have been great if I had not just run out of gold. I did see other gold mines not too far. I guess I could have them go harvest gold outside the walls because they'll retreat in through the gate if anyone shows up, or I guess I could extend walls out around this. Let me try to extend walls out. We got like a minute left here. I'm probably gonna leave some notes to my future self, but sell too much wood, it'll be cheap.
wäre.
Is that going to basically contain the gold in here so that I can safely mine it? Am I reading that right? Okay, future Marstead, read the Age of Empires 2 text file. If you're getting to this VOD early, watch the whole VOD. You got time, it should make a little bit more sense. You can research technologies in each of your main buildings on the town center, the castle, the blacksmith, the markets, the university, the barracks, and the archery range. You're currently making combat units. You can select all your combat units with shift, comma, and I think that's going to be really necessary. You got to build more houses to get your unit cap increased. The goal in this mission is not to wipe out the enemy, it's just to collect 4 relics, for which you need more monks, so maybe make some more monks. But read that text file, watch the whole VOD. Good luck. We're all counting on you. Thanks for putting this on your subblock. Like, I do want to play these more modern RTS games, especially ones like this that got a, another remaster really recently, and like the game seems to be really responsive in terms of giving me all the information I need to succeed. I'm still hoping to learn like how aggressive I need to be and whether I've already made mistakes that are going to lead to my death, and I don't know when that's going to happen. That might require many hours of Age of Empires for me to learn. But I have the feeling already that I probably could have like ended this map like 30 minutes ago if I had just started rushing as soon as I had a decent economy going. So thank you for bearing with my badness. I appreciate it.